right, get on in here. Get on in here. Welcome to another episode of Society and Pop Culture 101. I am your instructor, BK Spades,
And I'm Instructor Novacaine.
and it's good to be in the house of the Lord for another day.
You need to chill, yo. Why you start laughing? We could be in the house of the Lord without laughter. I
Because I knew you was gonna react to it. I think that's what it is.
wasn't
I'm
going to
just
say
trying.
nothing.
So on the day, no, you know what? Do what, tell her what they got to do for her Novocaine.
Yes. First, please, if you on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you are and listen to podcasts, make sure you share, subscribe. Share, subscribe, follow, interact with us in the comments. We are really getting so much better at getting into these comments. I'm so proud of the both of us. So leave comments. We love to hear your feedback. We out here.
Oh yeah. Also do me a favor and go to www.societyandpopculture101.com. That's the new website.
It's the new
And
website
like literally you can get everywhere that you need to get to find us on that
on the
website.
website.
And you can leave comments, you can leave reviews. We got a survey circulating somewhere on there. So it's a lot of stuff on the website. And pretty soon here, and I don't know if I'm jumping the gun, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Culture Clash Network is also launching the website as well.
Yes.
So
It's on the way.
yeah, it's on the way. So anyway, on today's episode,
I definitely have to add in the
go ahead, add
website.
it.
No. I'm
Oh,
saying in the future, I'm going
okay.
to start adding in the website because it's brand new. So I gotta get used to saying it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. What's up, Zach? Thank you for popping through in the student section today. Um, so today's episode,
I was
we
gonna
are
say when
going
we
to be
starting. Where are we starting? Because it's a lot this week.
it is a lot this week, and like I've been like mulling over this one all day today,
Girl.
and I haven't figured out if I just so let's just jump right into the other news. So um we lost Charlie Kirk. He was gunned down at an event in Utah. I know a lot of people seen the video of it. I know a lot of people are heartbroken and hurt by it. So we want to take the moment for you guys to for you guys to grieve and whatnot. Even
And
though
now moment's over.
the
I'm
moment is
sorry.
over.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Should not be like that.
If I'm being honest with you, it's one of those things that it's unexpected,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people are, what's up, Evelyn? Mimi,
Hey, Mimi.
thanks for popping through.
Thank you for popping through.
It's one of those things that I really don't have the words for to really like give it the moment that a lot of people will want to have, especially given how divisive he was and how he felt about our community.
Yeah,
And I know
there.
we're
Yep.
not a monolith, but we are a show that likes to keep it honest and keep it open. And we're not trying to be antagonistic. We're not here to be like high in your face. This is not one of those moments for us either. But I think it's important to understand that we don't have the same relationship. It's almost like
Perfect word.
there are two Kirks in this scenario. There's one we know, and then there's one everybody else know. So I don't want to disrespect anybody's feelings, and I don't want anybody to think that I'm insensitive to how they're feeling, because to a lot of people, especially a lot of young people, they didn't see the divisive side. What they saw was an influencer. You know what I'm saying?
Gun down.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so for them to experience a moment like this,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to stick with them.
And that's exactly where I was going to jump in at, is that okay, you don't have to have your feelings towards this guy, but the simple fact is that he was gunned down in front of a young crowd at a university.
Yeah.
No one deserves that. I don't care what
No.
person you are. No one deserves that. You don't have to agree with him, because one thing I definitely y'all know we don't agree with him. Y'all seen the show.
Yeah, that's
Guys,
blatantly obvious.
you guys understand who we are as individuals. But he is not someone that, most people are not going to mourn, and that's okay. But at the same time, let's look at the bigger picture, which is all of these people, including his family, had to witness this. And on top of that, like, what if you're just scrolling? I've always been an advocate for this, and I've talked about this a million times, and I'm not a fan of it. But you're just minding your business, scrolling through whatever timeline of the day, and bam, you see that. That's traumatizing.
It
A
is.
lot of
It
people
is.
cannot deal with that the same way
No.
that some people could watch it and just, whatever, because we are kind of desensitized. Not kind of, a lot.
Oh,
We
we are.
are.
We are.
We are desensitized. And unfortunately, this is what we have to deal with now. So, with that being said, I mean,
We got to talk
my
about the
thoughts
aftermath.
my thoughts and prayers to his family.
Yeah. Yeah. Before we continue this, gotta say what's up to the other part of the CCN family.
Hey,
Well, another member.
woo, woo, woo.
What's up, John? Thank you for popping through. It's always good to see you, my boy. It's
Always
always
good to
good to
see you,
see
brother.
you. Shout out to Trail too. My man's not. He's been under the weather, so we're praying for you,
Oh,
my
he
brother.
felt better today.
I hope so. I hope so. Um. All right. So let's talk about the aftermath
Ooh,
because we still have a show to do. And even though I understand a lot of people's feelings in this, half of America's feelings in this, um, we are not at war. And when I say we are not at war, I am speaking civilly here, people. Hey, Nelsa, how you doing?
hey, Nessa.
Yeah, we're not at war. I've seen commentary from one side, and they're like, "We're under attack." He was one of ours. Most notably, Jesse Waters and Fox News is saying stuff like this. The rhetoric was high for trying to start like this big us against them scenario. And
Exactly.
another reason that bothers me is you were in Utah. It ain't a lot of us
It's like 10
in
of
Utah.
us.
It's not a lot of us in Utah. Why are y'all calling the HBCUs with gun threats?
Why are y'all even threatening HBCUs? What did there's not
We
even
weren't there.
there's not even one HBCU in the whole Utah. What is happening?
I we ain't had nothing to do with that. So I
What
don't
is
understand.
happening?
I've seen. I
It's
want
more
to
than
say,
3.
yeah,
It was a list of HBCUs that received threats today.
Alabama State being one of them.
I saw something that said Clark Atlanta was one of them. Virginia State University, Hampton University. Uh, Maybe it's not Virginia State. I don't think Virginia is Virginia State HBCU. It said VSU, VSU. So I
Yeah,
can't remember everybody's daggone acronym.
it's a lot of them.
But the whole point of the matter is that HBCUs received threats today. Had to tell the children to stay on the inside. Young adults, I should say. Because of this. Where's the correlation? What did we do?
Yeah. So I heard someone say that um and I can't say this is
Oh
all the
my
black
God.
all the black people in Utah, my brother Marty McFly, then you and Carl Malone.
Oh my God.
John, sir, John. Um,
It's the
I heard.
Carl Malone that just took me the freak out,
Um,
and
I
eight
heard.
other people.
Yeah, I heard somebody say that sometimes when we don't align with the sympathy, and we're talking about like the racist people here, when you don't align with the sympathy, sometimes they attack you for that as well, because we're supposed to be, when they're hurt we're hurt type of thing. And
Why?
I don't know exactly how true that is. We're gonna mark that under the alleged because I can't like prove it,
Why?
but I thought it was an interesting theory.
Why? When these things happen to us, there's no sympathy. Don't get me started.
No,
I'm
no,
gonna get
no.
started. George Floyd. He was selling illegal cigarettes or something, and he had a criminal record. Whatever happened to what they say about Trayvon? He should have never been walking like that at night and reaching in his pockets.
But these things are
Should
not
I
ever.
go on?
You don't have to go on.
Oh,
This is not what that episode is for. We're getting off subject. I mean, it's own subject, but you know what I'm saying. Um, I think it's an important moment right now for us all to step back and realize that we are not the enemies. We're
we
not
are
enemies.
not that. We not even part of the conversation. Mostly, like, oh boy came at us. What we do to him?
Nothing, as far as I know. But it's a serious moment. Um, it's a real time to reflect, because I think the real issue that has been going on these past few weeks is it has less to do with race, it has less to do with religion, it has probably, I mean, it's political adjacent, but I think it's the mental health that's really the problem here. We have a lot, the stigma for therapy is still high.
Mm-hmm.
And I know someone got on in our comment section once and said we always offer what the problem is, but we never give a solution. So here's me giving my solution to this problem. I believe that mental health should, one, be mandatory for government workers.
Yes.
It should be mandatory for first responders,
Mm-hmm.
and it should be mandatory for anyone that works in this country with high stress
Yes.
situational jobs. When I say
Yes.
it should be mandatory, I mean the government should pay for it. We should have universal health care.
Yes, we
And
should.
depending on how stressful your job is and how important your job is and how close you are to dealing with traumatic situations, I think that is how much therapy you should be required to have. So if you're in a high stress situation all the time, like law enforcement and firefighter, you should go at least once a month, maybe more.
And therapists should have their own therapy too.
Yes.
Mandatory.
Yes. If you are just in a
Everyone.
business and everybody else, once every 6 months. I give you once every 6 months.
BK, every time you come up with these countrywide solutions, it just sounds like too much like right, and America would never.
I,
I'm not going
I
to say
don't,
never because one day maybe it can change, but who knows? Let's just pray on it.
of course, not just pray, because prayer without faith without works is dead.
There it
So that
is.
means whatever we think should happen to make this country better, we should be pushing and fighting for it.
True.
So I commend the people that are in LA and they are fighting and protesting out there, because there's no riots in LA. Those are protests. There's a difference.
There's no riots in DC.
Those are protests.
They're
That's
freaking
different.
protests.
We in this country have a right to protest. We have a
Yes, we
right
do.
to gather. We have the First Amendment right. We have the Second Amendment right. Um, we we should be able to use these things without fear,
Mm-hmm.
and feel when we go out, we should feel safe.
Mm-hmm.
We should know that law enforcement is not going to antagonize us. We should know our government's not going to antagonize us. And we should know that we can be peaceful people as well.
Mm-hmm.
Is it in our DNA to be is the what's happening in the country a part of our DNA? Yes. Yes, it is. I've heard people make that argument, and it is. Our country started on as a fight, some
And
tea
did.
party. We didn't want any kings. Like we started, we're warriors in the beginning. Our warriorship looks different, but we are. And then
And did.
for those other people who's praying and fighting on the spiritual side, those that war looks different as well. So we've always been a fighting country, but I think our alignment is off. Who are we targeting is off. Because the people that need to be defended, like those that are in need, the poor, the sick, um, the people that needs just that little extra help, the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys seen what's happening with these school shootings here lately?
Speaking of, what's the
Like we,
coverage?
it
What
was
happened
just
to that
it was just one in Colorado.
yesterday? Where's the during Utah?
Yes,
Where's the coverage?
I mean it ran a
Where
little bit, but
where is the president making? Because first of all, this is not even the first shooting of this school year.
by and large, I believe America has more school shootings than probably anybody else.
I don't think anyone really truly has school shootings but America. like, in other countries, there's like, okay, it may happen. In America, it's gonna happen. Just where?
Is it not at the level of epidemic at this point?
It has to be a level of epidemic because it happens too often. It has to be. It
What about
has to
gun
be.
control? What about common sense gun control?
Common sense gun control. I like that.
We're not.
Why does Manda never make a statement about what happened in Colorado? Did the children pass? The three children pass?
I don't know.
Look, we don't even freaking know at the very moment because the coverage it sucks. Right now, and I can open my phone. I see a million things about Charlie though. What is happening with our country? What?
And that's
Where?
pretty much why I kind of tuned out of everything earlier because it was so much of it. And I seen people down my timeline picking sides. And I'm like, this is not one of those moments where we need to be picking sides about who or what side of what war. Because we're not at war. We have more
We're
important
not
things.
at war currently.
No, no.
We're not at war. But
We
you're
kind of
so
need
right. We are. We have so many more things to worry about at this point. So many more fish to fry. And I don't allow I allow, that's not the word. I don't like how so many people are internalizing the conversation of yesterday and today and holding that against each other. Yeah, I understand, having difference of political views because, that kind of runs with your morals, right? Most of the
hmm
time, if your political views are like more leaning to the right or leaning to the left or whatever, because I honestly don't understand, I'm neither one. I don't do none of that. But
yeah.
if you agree so much with one side and you're on the opposite side, it's like parts of it is your morals. Parts of it is morally. So I can understand, but at the same time, like, why didn't you been peep the morals of your friends and family before something political happens? How what
I,
why is that?
I feel like if we had true mental health in this country, true mental health in our insurances,
That
I
wouldn't
feel like we
happen.
could, I feel like it could be prevented because
Hmm.
what I'm noticing and what I'm learning here recently is especially like this incident in Colorado because this kid was 16
Mm, mm,
that
mm.
did it, and I think he's gone. I think there are victims here.
Even when it
He
comes,
was
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
oh no, I'm just saying he was 16 and apparently he was like online in these extremist websites or something to that effect.
Hmm.
And a lot of times we as parents we miss these things because we don't know they're happening And our kids sometimes they don't feel like they don't want to talk to us. Let's just be real. Let's keep it a buck here. Sometimes
True.
as parents, after our kids hit a certain age, it's not that they don't trust us. It's not that they
They
don't
just
love
don't
us.
want to. They want
It's just
they want a difference of opinion.
they
That's it.
they want a difference of opinion. And I think it's okay for you to go seek therapy for them to find it, to have that outlet. Because you need someone to say, hey, those videos you're looking at online, they're not good for you. That's not the whole
Mhm.
truth. That's only part of a truth.
Mhm.
What do you think an extremist is? A extremist is someone who only has one side of the story.
Yeah.
And a lot of us are starting to sound like that down my timeline.
That's it is, and it's annoying. Like, shut up, y'all. Shut up. Shut up. Because y'all never talk about anything else until it's some grand thing happening. Like, come on, y'all. It's so much more things that we need to talk about and do the work behind. That's
Yeah,
the problem. So many talkers, not enough doers.
and you know what else is crazy about this whole thing?
Hmm.
Um, Everybody sees this Charlie Kirk incident, and it's like political violence is out of control. It's been out of control, y'all. This is
It's
not the
been
first
out
one.
of control.
It's been out of control.
Have you never read a history book?
Recently, we just had a
This
senator.
past
This is what, a couple of months ago. Someone,
when they killed too? I'm
yes,
sorry, unalived.
unalived. Yes, yes. Someone 2 months ago was unalived. We've had people get attacked in homes on both sides.
Nancy Pelosi husband
Husband,
was attacked in the house.
he did get hit in the head. I believe he had like,
They came in that man's house. Where
yeah.
was the outrage then?
I just need us to turn the temperature down a little bit,
That's so
and to
strange.
understand that it's not a one side versus the other side. This is a mental health issue. And the reason I say it's tied into politics is we get online, these some people get online and they can't handle the stuff that's happening. It's a lot of changes happening really fast.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of rhetoric between each side, and people are scared. People are terrified.
Mm-hmm.
People don't know what the future
There it
of the
is.
country looks like.
That's probably honestly like while you were just talking something clicked. That's exactly why it's such a big conversation around it, is because of how controversial Charlie was
Hmm.
and how outspoken he was for the other side. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And a lot of people don't like that.
true. But
So they think that that's like the fuel to the fire. I ain't gonna hold you. I had my skepticisms yesterday. Almost messed that all the way up.
yeah, you did.
almost
It's right there.
almost
You got
messed
it. You
that.
got it.
Shoot, I had a few skepticisms yesterday. I did. I was like, maybe, but then I had to sit back and realize if there was something to break out or something to happen huge or some type of war or whatever,
Hmm.
it would have been happen.
Yeah. Did you realize how fast a lot of these people jumped on this news? I know we're in overtime almost here
Yeah, we
of
are.
this
We're gonna
incident.
have to move on from this topic shortly.
We are. We definitely are. Um, Senators was coming out blaming the other side and just like, yo, it just happened. How do you know? We don't even have any information on the gunman for real. We don't know his motivations. You can't claim that it's something that's happened, which is, when we had this conversation about Diddy, and I said, we have to let go of the celebrity worship. That
Mhm.
included politicians.
Mhm. Mhm.
Hold their feet to the ground. How dare you have an opinion about who did it before you even know who did it? We didn't even know. They hit what? They arrested two people or apprehended two people, and neither one of those were the people. And now it's this guy that got away that they don't know where he is, but they sent out the thing. He had on like a black shirt. It doesn't matter right now. You can find it. It's everywhere. So I'm saying, like, we didn't even know who it was. So we got to pull back a little bit on the rhetoric. We need to come together as a country. I know people hate to hear those types of things, but it's true. We kind of need to be together. because the only way we're gonna survive as a country if we are as one.
It's 9/11. What perfect time to say, united we stand, divided we fall.
That's like our slogan. How are we
That's
not?
America's
How we,
slogan. For the 21st century, that is definitely America's slogan.
but we're gonna switch gears. I don't think I have anything else to touch on this. I think I said everything. If my mom popped through, I hope I did you proud today because we had a conversation where she was like,
Hi,
check your
Mom.
tone. She said, check your tone. Check your heart before you had this. And I did. I
That's
did.
real.
I did
That's
a lot of
real.
reflecting today before we had this. Because again, I know the people that I affect and walk through with life. And I want them to know that I do have empathy for them and I do have sympathy for them. But the middle ground is where I stand.
There it is.
Anyway,
For me, I just don't agree with that individual and their views they had. Feel your empathy towards them because I mean, if you like them, you like them. That's your empathy.
he
But
was
other
a
than
human.
that, what'd you just say?
He was a human, a person.
Oh, human.
Yeah.
Child, I don't know what I thought you said.
No, I said he was a human. He was a
Yeah, he's
human.
a human. He is a
Speaking
human.
of humans, let's talk about Netflix's
Oh
unknown
my
number.
God. I almost forgot we were talking about that. I thought we was about to go into another topic just now.
No,
And
no.
I completely forgot.
So I recently watched the documentary Unknown Number, the high school catfish.
Not just
And
you, we.
I was gonna say, and so after I was like almost finished and I saw the reveal at the end. And spoiler alert may be coming here. So
Spoiler alert.
I don't know.
Spoiler
Do
alert.
we want to spoil it?
Oh, it's gonna have to get spoiled. What I'm about to say, I'm spoiling it.
Okay, we'll let you know before that comes. So I was watching it and I got halfway through around like the part where like the big reveal. And because I've been yelling at the TV this whole time, like it was this person, it was that person. No way is this person. It can't be that person. No.
No.
And when it when it hit, I told my kids to put their phones down so we could watch it. But I slid over there to the corner, was like, no, you Novacaine, you gotta watch this documentary because once you get to the reveal, oh my god.
BK. First of all, I saw a little bit of chatter online. So the chatter online, I never saw the reveal yet. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna end up watching it or whatever. But when you messaged me to tell me to watch it, I said, okay, I'm definitely gonna watch it. Because if BK is watching it and he shook, oh, I gotta watch it.
It started out so cutesy, y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like
No,
your
it wasn't.
regular, your regular high school love affair.
I mean, I guess, but
The music was bubbly. We were meeting characters.
at the very beginning, in like them
Yeah,
first
yeah.
10 minutes,
And then all of a sudden the screen went dark. And then those
that's
text
it.
messages,
Hey,
when they said
listen.
all the text messages are real, and then that
Listen,
first
when they
text
said
hit,
all the text messages were real, that's when I was like, "Oh, sugar honey
and
iced tea."
we can't say what these texts are because of the nature of our show. But oh my gosh,
Oh my god.
when I tell you some of the stuff that was being texted to them kids was raw and uncut, like this way past BET uncut, way past that.
Oh
This
no, no,
was
no! This was Triple X finding a DVD in your cousin's stash with no name on it,
yeah, yeah. I couldn't believe it. And
with the white top.
I heard somebody was like, watch it with your kids so they'll understand how these things go in high school. I was like, that's a good idea. We're gonna watch a show about high school catfishing and how you can get in trouble with with certain things with cell phones and stuff. Like, I think this is a good time for them to watch it. I'm hearing these text messages and I'm like, do I need to tell my children to leave the room? I
It was
got
the
two teenagers, y'all, but
only the text messages. I think for your children, no,
no,
because they're
they're older.
teenagers.
They're
Since
teenagers,
they
y'all.
teenagers now.
I'm just saying, as a
Since they
as a parent,
teenagers
I still
now.
have that moment where I'm like,
Ugh.
cover your eyes and close your ears. I don't tell them that, but I be thinking it though. I be thinking it like all the time.
Okay, so spoiler alert. Here we go.
All right,
Cause you do such so well with doing a review without spoiling it. But the way that I feel about this, like,
Yeah,
like,
for okay, it's 23 seconds. Go ahead and get to the reveal. You come back in 1 minute.
come back in 1 minute. The
Starting now.
starting now, the mom that sat there and did that to her own child. That's what is pissing me off the most. Like you sat there for almost 2 years. Not
two
one,
years.
for 2 years.
Who?
Constantly. You're texting her, another girl, and the boyfriend for
It
two
was what I say.
years.
It was giving pedophilic behavior.
It was giving pedophilia behavior because of the things she was saying. And I'm just like, lady, did you really, really, really just say this out loud in a text message constantly to your own? Spoiler alert, one more time. Did you say this constantly
Mute your phone.
to your own child? And then another thing that part of the reveal, she had no job.
Yo, yo, the whole time you were going somewhere. Fo- What's up, JB, man? Thanks for popping through. CCN
What's
one
up,
time.
JB?
CCN.
What's up, JB?
Yeah, this whole time she was acting like she was going to work, and she wasn't for like 2 years straight. And then
Why?
and then she wasn't paying the bills. They
Why do
lost
you,
the house, y'all.
child? I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to be saying child to you. You're
He
a
was
grown
like,
man.
"Child, I am a grown man. I
But that
can't."
is, but you know how I get with y'all. You know exactly how I get with y'all. But Brody,
I couldn't
what
believe
the
it.
freak?
I couldn't believe it. Honestly, I still can't.
I still can't either.
The way the
I never
police,
heard. I never heard of the story. It'd be so funny because like they'll in the documentary they'll show like the coverage like national. It looked like it even had global coverage because two
yeah,
of them weren't speaking English. Two of those newscasters were not speaking English, and I was like, so this went global in America, and I never heard of it. Also, um, Michigan. What type of accents y'all got? Completely off topic. I'm wrong. I should never
that
said
was
that.
that was all. It is a little different. It is a little. It's cool though, but it's a little different.
It's different. I was just I don't know how to. It kind of sort of kind of sounds like a Canadian accent a little bit.
It
Sorta.
does. It does.
Sorta.
And that little town it was in was giving really Canadian vibes, like rural,
It
somewhere in the
definitely
corner of Canada vibes.
like being from a big city, it's just so shocking sometimes like what people do in these rural areas. Like this could have never went down in my high school. None of the schools I went to, honestly. Like this could have never what
Yo, what they put them kids through? Let me
the
reframe that.
kid.
What she put the kids through is what was making me mad because these kids are being questioned, interrogated, bullied,
See what I'm saying? People breaking
ostracized.
up, ostracized, looking at you sideways. The one girl that was up for the daggone suspect, she's probably had to go through therapy.
For real. Also, whoever was doing this documentary, you did a good job on making me think every single person you introduced on screen.
Was the suspect, right? Everybody was a suspect at this point.
I'm blaming.
Everybody.
I'm like the cop did it. The school administrator was. Hey
But
man, I don't know.
then
He seemed very elusive, by the way.
a
Like
little
not
another
not
little
elusive, aloof.
yes, he did
The
seem a little
superintendent, was he superintendent?
no, the president
Principal,
principal. I was
principal.
about to say president. The principal of the school. Man, listen, man. When I tell you, man, another spoiler alert, really quickly, real quick. Spoiler alert. Come back in a minute. How did the FBI person just like it seemed like it instantly came up with a reveal, but the police department couldn't do anything?
So I'm gonna defend the police department.
Why
I'm
you don't think they
defending
had the
them.
tech?
I do not think they had the money for the right tech.
Okay, okay.
This is not like one of
The
those
reason
political statements. They
why
just broke.
the reason why I feel this way is because I feel like the average IT person could have found the IP address of the phone number.
It happens every day, B.
It happens every day, B.
Um,
So, I mean, you have such
you
a
wanna know
good heart. Like,
you wanna know my favorite
this
part
is
of
why
the
you're my brother. He
hold
going
on, hold on. I, JB says he gonna defend the feds. I defended the local police officer who didn't have the funds. Okay, it's only like three of them. All right,
Oh,
cut us some
chill.
slack. Cut us
Chill.
some slack. The
Chill.
town ain't that big.
This is a small town, so the the police station was probably the size of my apartment. You right.
Yeah, yeah, they ain't got the taxes to be having these big old.
You are right. You're right,
They probably
Brody.
ain't even got a lie detector test back there with dust on it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
The old school one. The old
yeah.
school one. Talking about some 12.
What does
You gotta be
how how is
12 is
12 the number?
I don't know why 12 is the number. Oh, I think someone made a joke before and they was like, what's 9 plus 1 plus 1? And the dude said 12, but it's not 12. It's 11. So I think it's just a running joke. So they just kept it like that. I think. I think. I'm not too sure. But
If that's the birth of a legend, then I'm gonna leave it. I ain't gonna
I
say
think.
nothing.
I
But yeah,
think.
man,
Don't quote
that
me.
whole thing was crazy, man. And
I hated it. I hated it for them
wow,
children the most. Like
I wanna apologize to the cousin because I was like, yeah, I know it was
oh,
her.
the cousin.
She definitely, of course, she took that picture. She was the only one close enough.
Bruh, one more time. Spoiler alert, guys. The freaking mom? And it's so crazy because at the beginning, spoiler alert, at the very beginning, the couple goes, we just know it's them. And then at the end, they're like, I told you guys it was them. We said it from the start.
You know, and I think the most controversial for some reason part of that for some rumblings was like, how can the daughter be cool with the mom? Yeah, that's her mama. That no matter what, that's her mom.
That's what I was
And
thinking.
also her mom was really not
Close.
over close.
That's
Close.
the craziest part because
Yeah.
they didn't hate each other.
No, no, no. Miraculous. The love
BK
the love a child has for a parent sometimes just
and
it's a
BK.
miracle, you know what I'm saying? It's a miracle.
So if your parents, mm, ooh,
My lips is dry, I'm sorry.
my lips be getting dry all throughout the episode. That's why I keep my chapstick right here. Um, I'm
You
not
gotta
about to
move
say
on.
that. I'm not going to say it. Let's move on.
You gotta move on.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing. Let's move on.
All right, we gotta move on to last things because we probably can go for another 30 minutes on this documentary alone.
Man,
Um
listen. As
so what's
soon
the
as I
first
watched it, I said, BK, we are talking about this.
hey,
We're
you
throwing
did
it
though
on
for
the
real
show.
automatically.
If it wasn't for honestly, if it wasn't for the events of yesterday, we would have talked about the whole day on documentary from beginning to
Yeah.
the end.
We kind of had to like split it up this time. So
They
yeah, the
got
first last things is on you.
oh
The Chicago incident.
yes, on September 8th, so earlier this week, a young lady was gunned down in front of a school building. When I was thinking about last things earlier, now it kind of correlates with the whole mental health as well. On top
Yeah.
of the selective outrage that is just it's ginormous at this point. Okay, so let me get back into the story really quickly. Rest in peace to Romika Meeks. Her name is Romika Meeks. She apparently she and her Father of her child were having a lot of different issues and things. We all know how that can go. Well, not me, but we hear about it. But
Mm-hmm.
and he brought another mom of his children into the equation. They showed up to the school building while she's dropping off she and the father of their child off to school, their son off to school. They approached her, attacked her. He put her in a headlock. The second mother of the child ran to her car, got a pew pew, and shot her in the face. Unfortunately, Romika Meeks was pronounced unalive at the hospital a few moments later after leaving the scene. Um, the reason why I want to talk about this is because of how heavily rooted is in domestic violence on top of mental health. I didn't even think about it until, what we talked about earlier. But
Yeah.
anytime we get into domestic violence, we think about your mental, right? Hey, Russell Faith. Um, we always thinking about it
Sorry, Russell Faye.
because domestic violence can be between you and your loved one. It could be
Mm-hmm.
between you as like a spouse or a romantic partner or whatever, and it could also be between you and a friend. It could be between you and your aunt, your cousin, your sister, your brother, your mama, your daddy. So
Mm-hmm.
domestic violence is anything that someone that is close proximity of you in your life. Um, the thing is that if we're supposed to be together or raising these children together or just living co-living or whatever case it may be, why do we want to be violent towards each other? I never understood it. Like even with my unfortunate violent past, um, I had to really sit back and realize that being violent is not going to be the answer to anything. On top of it, could lead you down so many terrible paths. It could end your life in many
Yeah.
different ways. Whether you're no longer breathing, whether you're in jail, you're just sitting there. Now you're in jail. Now you have I'm sorry, prison. Now you got in prison. You come out of prison. Now you got a record. Now you can't get a job. Now your entire life trajectory is just thrown off. I want a lot of people to understand, specifically in our. I'm sorry, man. I'm getting a little choked up thinking about it.
Okay.
But I want to talk about this specifically for the people in our community. What is it going to take to keep our hands off of each other and start loving each other unconditionally, truly? These people were supposed to be raising these children, so now these children lost all their parents. The woman that shot Romika in the face, she's gone. She's going away. We already know she's
Yeah.
going to go away.
Yeah.
Then the father of the child got her in a headlock. So none of the charges, of course, have come out yet. But that's assisted. What's the charge called? Not
Uh,
conspiracy.
now that you said assisted, I
It's
could have
something
chose
like that.
accessory.
Accessory. Now you're
Yeah.
accessory to it. What is happening to us? And it happened on school grounds.
Word.
Yes, it happened on school grounds at the school while she's dropping off her kid.
Wow.
Now she's gone from this earth, from this plane. So all of these children are affected. What is we want to sit here and argue about freaking Charlie Kirk when things like this is happening every single day in our community? And there's no outrage behind that. I don't see think pieces up and down my goddamn timeline on multiple social networks. I mean, all of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
All of them. Everybody. People that don't even post on the regular. What is it gonna take? I could think of a few things, and the main thing I could think of is mental health, because that is the number one reason why today in America, everything is just, it's
Yeah,
like our brains and everything is like everything evolved, and we're not even realizing that our brains are evolving faster than what they did 50 years ago.
yeah, and we're in a hyper information age. We don't have
Yes.
time to process anything either.
Yes. Yes.
So attention spans are shorter, temperaments are shorter.
Yes.
Um, everything is snowballing. It all affect everything affects everything, and I don't think we realize that as humans yet.
Let me take a sip.
Russell Faith, shouts out CCN right there. She said, "I am a domestic violence survivor, and my ex was raised with it as a norm, and I was unaware.
Mm.
It gradually happens in most cases and escalates, and sometimes it's just blunt trauma. I think that's something we don't usually talk about as as a community, as a society, as a whole. Are those people, at least not in a real, genuine, truthful, open way?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry you went through that too,
Yes, rest
Faith.
of faith. I'm sorry. I don't like how many women have gone through uh, domestic violence. I know I've talked about my own experiences here on the show, but when I always think about how mental health was a huge part of that situation.
Yeah.
And it's
Um.
unfortunate. I really don't like we being kind to one another. That's actually something we really need to be doing. That's a huge part of it. What's up, Marks with Mics? That's a
Oh
huge
yeah.
part of it. We have to be kind with one another. We have to sit there and extend that grace, patience. Listen, I had to remind myself that the other day. Patience, patience, my brother. Okay. But, and in Russell Faith's case, it seems as though it's one of those generational things. So it's like some people don't want to be better than the generation before, they want to continue the cycle.
Some say it's Russell Faith again. Some say DV is a mental health disorder, behavior
Mm-hmm.
disorder, or choice. And from my experience in the line of work I do now, all three apply. It
Mm-hmm.
takes up to 12 times before victims of DV leave.
Mm.
Yo, that is a huge number.
12 times as in like 12 different occasions or
That's what I was
experiences.
assuming. Yeah,
Yeah. That's why I'm assuming. Russell Faith, please clear that up with us really quickly, because I don't want to say 12 like individuals, because that's way too many people. But I could see it on top of 12 times 12 different experiences, because with me, it definitely took a long time for me to get up and leave.
Mimi. She says I was afraid that my last relationship was going the DV route because she was stalking me.
Oh yeah, you read those red flags. Stalking is one of those huge things where it's like, wait a minute, and then they don't listen to boundaries. So it's like, hey, don't do that to me. And you try to give them a chance, and they still do it. So yeah, with the same abuser. Okay, yes, okay,
12 attempts with the same abuser.
yes,
Um,
okay,
it's there are stories that I could tell that I can't tell. Uh, you know what I'm saying? Because they're not about me. But it does always seem to take multiple occasions and building your village, or not building, but your village coming out to support you before you can break away. At least that's what it seems to me. You know,
hmm
and
it does.
that's the scary thing. I hope that I've instilled in my kid, both of them, um, the mental, the mentality to value themselves. And I'm not saying that other people don't value themselves, but I'm just saying that's like the best I could do, because they're going to do what they do and they're going to experience things the way they're going to experience things. I can only, as a parent, keep their self-esteem high and teach them that there are signs to look out for. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's all we can do. And also set a great example. That's also something huge.
Oh, I got that in the bag, shout it.
I already know you do. I'm just saying for everybody else, because you got to lead by example. Some children are visual learners.
True.
Um,
Oh, here's another fact. Russell Faith, you full of them today. Also, some do not know that they are being abused as DV comes in forms besides physicals.
that's what I was about to get
Oh,
at. For me, it all started mentally, and I did not pay attention to the signs. I did not read those red flags. I was still very young. I was about 22 at the time, 21, 22, something like that. Still very
mhm.
young. I also did not know how to process my anger myself. And I tried to figure out, why was I even so angry to begin with? Like, what's
Yeah,
wrong with me, you know? But and honestly, for a long time I thought violence was the answer. But when you start learning, and like even through the whole situation, like then you get like the whole embarrassment thing. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm really going through this. So it's like you're embarrassed to even tell your friends and family, and you're just like, oh my gosh, what is happening to me? You're trying to find a way out for yourself, but those are just times when you're supposed to lean on your people the hardest. For real, for real. Thank God for my circle that I had at the time. I was living not where I'm living now, and I definitely did not have the job. I don't even talk to some of these people. I don't even know what they're doing with their lives at this point, but they do not understand how huge of a rock they were for me during that time. And I feel like without them, like God, I feel like God always puts you in those right positions. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
And thank God I never went to jail behind it. Thank God no one had to lose anything behind it. You know,
yeah.
no one had to lose anything behind it. And it was just one of those times where I just had to reset and forgive myself for even going through it. Forgive this person as well, but I had to forgive myself mostly because I hated myself a little bit. And I feel like a lot of domestic people that go through domestic violence, or even the abusers themselves, especially abusers, they hate themselves.
So are you suggesting? First of all, uh, I'm glad you and everyone else is sharing your experiences because I think testimonies like that help people um, learn and understand situations they're going through and how to navigate through them. Um, I'm sorry you went through that, but I'm also
It's
very
finally,
proud of you
thank
and the
you, brother.
growth that you have done here
Thank you,
recently because
brother.
I've known you for quite a while, and even in that little while that I've known you, your growth has been exponential.
At the beginning of our friendship, I was still like kind of.
Oh, I mean, you was still warrioring out here in these streets. I know. Hey, Faith, can I ask you a question? If you're still in the chat, how do you? What's the best way to get away? Like, what do you
Yes.
suggest? How do you do that?
That's a great question. How do you get away? How do you, when you start seeing the red flags, like what should be like the first couple of steps you take? Because some people don't know. For me, I had to figure it out. Like, but if someone could have told me, I would have been like a long time before then.
I don't know. She may have dipped out, but
We gonna talk. I know we
yeah,
gonna
I
talk.
I think this is a heavy situation, and as men, man to man, I'm talking to my men folk out here in these streets. I think we should do a better job at training up our sons now.
Mm.
Again, we've seen that it's not just us, of course, and I know that for you make that statement, but I think we should start holding each other accountable. It's not like I'm saying something groundbreaking and new here. These are things that we've been saying, but it is worth saying over and over again. We teach
Mm-hmm.
our sons and we teach ourselves. Our sons also need the self-esteem training. You should also tell your son that he can be the best man he can be when he gets ready to become a man. Like you should always be in his ear with positive vibes, positive affirmations, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Stay prayed up, whatever you got to do. Read some Bible verses on Sunday, Saturday, and Thursday, whatever you need to do to be the positive role model in your son's life, you need to do that, whether you're at home or not, or in the house or not,
Facts.
whatever.
Facts.
Um,
I wholeheartedly agree.
if she comes back,
Even though they ain't got
oh,
nothing to do with me, because I ain't one of them menses. Be a man. She's not a friend.
all right. Faith says, for many, it is. I asked, how do you get away? So, for many, it is a change in understanding. For me, when I understand he was choosing to abuse me, I realized that with all my prayers, begging, and pleading, he was choosing not to change.
Mm,
Oh, that's,
mm,
that's deep right there.
mm-hmm, mm. When you choose not to change, it's just like how can you not just accept the way of human evolution? Like I said, like how can you not just want to be better? Like maybe I mean I guess some people don't see a problem with it.
Like, I
Okay,
don't
now
even
I'm
know what
about
to
to be
say to that.
mad.
I don't even know what to say to that because how do
Hey,
you not want to change? Like, Nessa says, "No, not the Mulan songs." It's probably not the moment for me to press that button, but I did. For me as a man, like, change is always at the forefront of my mind because I know I can't be the same person for the rest of my life. We're always
right?
changing. We're always growing. We're always learning something new. We're always maturing. How do you not want that for yourself?
Exactly. Exactamundo.
I know we can't be on this subject too long because we are running out of time. We got one more, but I do
We
thank
got
you.
one more?
Yeah, we got one more. I do thank you, ladies. Oh, wait. We're gonna read this as the last one for this segment. Russell Faith, one more time again. Thank you, Faith, because you coming in with the expertise is like clutch.
Yes, I
You
love when
always
somebody be like, this is my line of work. Well, say less because I got
for
questions.
real. For real. She says you also have to have a support system that is not pushing, but actively checking in and being available. It went off the screen for when the friend or family calls and says, I'm ready. Support systems have to act. Y'all hear that? Support systems. If you have a family member that's going through it, don't be antagonistic.
Mm-hmm.
Be proactive. Be compassionate. Be assertive.
Mm-hmm.
Be there.
Be there.
Uh, Nessa says
I
because
like how
people
you gotta
want to
look
be
over.
stuck in their ways.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Some of us peoples out here in the world are very stubborn, honestly.
People's
Um, all right. I promise this is the last thing of the night.
wrap it up
So
then.
we're wrapping it up.
I completely
So
forgot that there was another thing after that. Oh, before we get into the last thing, Romika Meeks, I'm sorry this has happened to you.
yeah,
I pray that your soul rests peacefully and finds peace in the afterlife. To her family and her friends and her children, I'm sorry this has happened to you. This is very unfortunate. Um, to the people that did this, God bless you. Be better. Do better.
absolutely. I don't think it can be said any better. Um, we got to talk about I said we be on Trump watch now, so with the Epstein files. So a few weeks ago, I think it was the Washington Post, or was it the Post or the Times, whichever one Fox News Network owns, uh, re- said they had a photo that was given to Epstein by Donald President Trump, where it was a picture of a woman, and there was a weird conversation in between the two, and then at the bottom of that, he signed it where the pubic hair area would be. Okay. Um. Well, Trump came out and said, "No, that doesn't exist. It's a lie. It's BS," and he sued them. Okay. So they have released the photo. I don't think it was the Washington Times. I think it was Congress got a hold of the photo. One of the departments that's doing all this stuff. It's late, y'all. Anyway, So they released the photo, and turns out the photo was real. And I would be remiss that someone said that it wasn't me. This is not me, but they were saying that the photo did not look like a woman, but it looked like a young girl
Oh, uh-oh.
that he drew. Mimi, no, we're not surprised. Not really.
We're never surprised.
But we're not even gonna stay on this too long. But I just wanted to go ahead and get that out because we talked about it earlier, and I wanted to keep the continuity going. Release the Epstein files. That's all I got to say. Do you
We
have
gon'
anything to add to this
see.
very weird picture? That face says it all. Anyway, people,
It's
student
Trump.
section.
It's Trump. Like, nothing surprises me anymore.
No, not at all. You ready to end this thing?
The only thing that would surprise me with Trump is if randomly one day he has like that Men in Black thing and his face open up and it's a little alien on the inside. That would be kind of surprising.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna end the show, y'all. We're gonna end the show. Novocaine, let the people know, let the students know what they got
Ah!
to do for us really quick.
Well, now I'm gonna come up with a whole new ending. First, first head on over to www.societyandpopculture101.com, our brand new website where you can find us anywhere that you listen to podcasts. You'll be able to find all our social networks. Make sure to follow us. Make sure to like, subscribe, share all of the videos, all of the lives. We're big on talking in the comments now, so leave comments, guys. Leave comments. We'll talk back to you guys. We love having the discourse outside of it, so it's really fun.
Did you
Yeah.
tell them all the stuff they can find on the website? Do we say that? Because you can like rate on the website.
You can
You
rate
can
on
leave
the
comments on the
website. You can leave
website.
comments on the website. We got a survey going on the website. We even have old episodes on there. So if you want to stalk some of those old episodes, or if there's something you
And
want,
they're categorized.
thank you, BK. Thank you, BK, for that
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
so good. Like, shout out to brother BK, brother Deacon, brother BK
Oh
for.
my gosh. I am not a deacon, people. I am not a deacon. Just want to say that now. Not that I have anything against deacon or deaconship or deaconhood, whatever. I'm just not one. All right. But yeah, go over to that website. It's a lot of good stuff there. If you want to be a guest on the show,
Please
we're
fill it
taking
out.
guests. We have a guest intake form. And if you go on that site and you see that little pop up that says put your name and email, put your name and email right there. So we
Right
can
there.
keep up with you. And when we have like special events or special guests, if you want to know who's coming before everybody else know who's coming, you put your name on the email. Anyway, I have been instructor BK Spades.
I'm instructor Novacaine.
It's the only time I'm organized, Mimi. It's the only time I'm organized. Anyway, we love y'all. Thank the student session for coming through. We're going to see y'all on the next episode. We got a good one next week, so make sure you stay tuned.